Your biggest regret won't be failure. It will be you not betting on yourself sooner. It will be you not taking enough risks. And you can ask anybody else for guidance, but only you can tell yourself what's right for you. Being easy to work with is your superpower. Your speed doesn't matter if you're going in the wrong direction. Because if you're off course, even just by 1 degree, you can end up in an entirely wrong destination. Direction matters way more than speed. Focus on impact, not just output. Because great work leads to great outcomes. Great outcomes lead to great impact. So focus on that impact from the very start. Day in and day out, society is telling you what you can or cannot do. I succeeded because I didn't follow the crowd. Let me share a story with you. Number 1, bet on yourself. If you want someone else to take a chance on you, you need to take a chance on you. And as you bet on yourself, you also create opportunities and you increase the surface of luck. You also create possibilities for someone else to bet on you. One of the biggest lessons I learned in my life. And that's literally how I also got my first cybersecurity gig as a hacker. You see, before that, I had never worked as a hacker. But I bet huge on myself, put myself out there day after day, week after week, going to meetups, being curious, asking questions, sharing my knowledge and expertise to the extent that I could. I continued to believe in my potential. I continued to believe in myself. And that's when the opportunity presented itself. And the rest is history. You see, your biggest regret won't be failure. It will be you not betting on yourself sooner. It will be you not taking enough risks. Check this video out, sharing my entire story of how I got into cybersecurity, how I broke into cybersecurity. Number 2, learn when to say no. There's a lot of gurus out there going to tell you, say yes to everything. You have to go for it. A lot of others will say, no, you have to say no. The thing is this, it's not enough to say no. It's important to know when to say no and to what you should say no to. Because you have limited time, so you do need to protect it. Say no to that thing, that activity, that opportunity that does not align with your goals. And sometimes it's obvious, but other times it's not. And that's when you need to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition and follow your gut. It may sound naive, but it's really not. Because the biggest regret, as I told you, will be not betting on yourself, which includes not listening to your intuition. Worst case, you made a wrong decision, you made some mistakes and you got some learnings, you got some lessons, great. Best case, you saved massive amount of time and you focused on what really mattered. And you can ask anybody else for guidance, but only you can tell yourself what's right for you. So say no to anything that doesn't align with your goals, that doesn't align with the North Star. It's not enough to say no, but it's important to know when to say no. Number 3, be easy to work with. Being easy to work with does not mean that you shouldn't speak up or that you shouldn't disagree or that you shouldn't have opinions of your own. Of course you should. Being easy to work with means that despite you having opinions, or despite you thinking whether this is right or wrong, your goal is still to listen, to understand, to share, and to progress together. So don't play games, don't play politics, don't hide information. Be open, be transparent, and be an advocate for win-win. And if you have that mindset where you're always trying to provide value, always trying to help others, and always making it easy for others to work with you, I promise you, you're already putting yourself way ahead of 99% of people out there. So don't mistake being easy to work with for agreeing with everyone. But know that no one wants to work with people that are either always negative or always putting people down or shutting them down or always shutting their ideas down. Literally no one. Being easy to work with is your superpower. Number 4, your speed doesn't matter if you're going in the wrong direction. Because if you're off course, even just by 1 degree, you can end up in an entirely wrong destination. So getting there fastest by whatever means is not a sound advice. Let me share a story with you. As a struggling actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down $200,000 at that time when he was asked to operate a chain of gyms. The main reason he turned it down was because it didn't align with his goals. It would take him away from his main goal, away from his destination, away from his course. It was not something that would lead him in the right direction towards his main objective, which for him at the time was to become the biggest actors in the world. This is what's important about success. It's not easy, it's simple. Because you don't need to be the next Usain Bolt. You don't need to build the next unicorn. You don't need a fancy title or a fancy job position. But what you do need are these 3 things. Number 1, align your North Star with the compass. Number 2, show up consistently and focus on your main goal. And number 3, every now and then, slow down, evaluate, and realign your direction, because direction matters way more than speed. Number 5, focus on impact, not just output. As a leader, I don't care how many hours my employees work, where they're working from, when exactly they're working. I don't care about that. What I do care about is what's the outcome. And more importantly, what's the impact of that outcome of the work that they're doing. Because it's not just about getting results, it's about making an impact and deciding what is the impact that you're hoping to make even before you set course for an action is actually key. Because great work leads to great outcomes. Great outcomes lead to great impact. So focus on that impact from the very start. Number 6, you don't win in life by following the crowd. There's this great saying by Naval Ravikant about a contrarian. A contrarian isn't one who always objects. That's a conformist of a different sort. A contrarian reasons independently from the ground up and resists pressure to conform. And this kind of sums up every decision that I've taken in my life that has given me the best ROI ever. Let me share a story with you. I was told to settle down in India and not pursue my studies in Germany. I didn't conform. I was told to not pursue leadership after being a hacker. I didn't conform. I was told to stay in my lane and to not pursue a CISO role. I didn't conform. I was told to not express my opinions on my platform through my brand. I didn't conform. I was told to stay put and not go through with opening my company. I didn't conform. Day in and day out, society is telling you what you can or cannot do. I succeeded because I didn't follow the crowd. Don't conform to the norm. Don't follow the crowd. Be a contrarian and win. Number 7, your hard skills will get your foot into the door, but it's your soft skills that will get you a seat at the table. We often complain about our opinions not being heard, we're not having a seat at the table, we're not being able to inspire, influence decisions. Hard skills are easier to learn. Anyone can learn coding, hacking, or analysis. It's the mastery of soft skills such as building a business, enabling innovation, cooperation, leadership, vulnerability, influence, decision-making, negotiation, credibility, trust that will set you apart from the crowd. So sharpen your hard skills to get in, but hone your soft skills to soar higher.